Hello everyone, I am back today with another video. This is going to be a ranked game on Strategus against the one and only Silverhammer, aka Max, or I believe it's Gamer Guy Max. This is his YouTube channel, previously known as a lot of different names on YouTube, but I'm sure you guys know who this is. He's one of the more popular Stratego YouTubers, and he's recently come back to the game on Strategus, which we are very thankful for and glad to have him. But he has gone ahead and challenged me to a game in which we both record it, and then you can see both of our perspectives, our thoughts, our setup while we're playing it. So you can kind of see both sides and see how the game plays out. So hopefully this will be a very interesting match and a nice treat. And hopefully this game also turns out well for me, because I think on paper I would normally be favored in this game. So we'll see if I can live up to that standard here. So this setup is a modification of a setup that I would use back in like Stratego.com era. I do have it saved on my Strategus account here. I don't use it too often anymore. But it's a setup I would use for like players who I should be able to beat as long as I play fundamentally. It's got some modifications. The general used to be here, and the marshal used to be actually here, but I made a couple changes just to you know, vary things up a little bit. I hope he scouts my captain, because if he scouts my major, that's going to be annoying. But anyway, we're just going to deal with that if he does. Okay, good. That's fine. I kind of just don't want him to scout that major. So he ran his captain into my bomb, and then I used my lieutenant to find his colonel. And then only other thing we know here is this is a sergeant. So he's gone ahead and went on the offensive with his colonel. And now he's going to attack there. I'm just going to leave that there. If he wants to hit it, that's fine. I'll trade that. That's okay with me. He's probably going to bring something stronger out now, so that maybe I'll probably want to retreat with the captain, or at least have it backed. But I'm okay bringing out the colonel right now, actually, I think. Let me do that. That also could be a scout, but I'm not too worried. Interesting, okay. I'm going to bring this scout over, just in case. Okay, I'm going to have to hit that. Oh man, that's just a scout. I could get my colonel taken here. Well, okay. That's actually pretty unexpected that they were both scouts. I thought one of them was going to be a decent piece that my colonel would need to take. I feel like if that was a colonel or a major, he probably just moves down. But this also might be a way of not allowing my colonel to attack this piece if he takes the captain, because maybe that's a major or something. I'm gonna treat it anyway. I'm gonna play it safe. I'm just not gonna risk that. He can have the captain if it's a colonel. Yeah, that's fine. That's okay. I just needed to play that safe, and I'm okay with that. Even though that was a good play by him. I will go ahead and try to trade this off now, I think. Okay. I'm gonna scout this, and I think even if he like decides he doesn't want to trade colonels, I don't think this is good. I think this is a garbage piece trying to figure out my piece here. I'm gonna scout this just because I believe the colonel came from here, so it probably isn't anything good, but it might be. So I'm just gonna scout it. Okay, lieutenant, that's fine. Okay. So we know lieutenant here, and we know colonel here, and also that sergeant in the center. So it would be logical to come now with a major. I think I'm going to try to bring my other colonel to this side, though. I think that's a smarter play. I'm going to come up with the major first, though, because this is going to be probably some garbage piece. I would have to imagine. Also, I don't like my marshal location, so I'm going to bring this scout out, and I'm going to bring the marshal back and set it here. If I remember correctly, Max usually isn't too aggressive with his like power pieces. I'm going to put that scout there just in case. I don't like how aggressive that piece was. What are you? Major. Okay, this is like, oh, okay. Honestly, that's a good play. That's respectable to figure that out. Okay. Um, so we both know each other's colonels. That was a good play by him. I was thinking that was more along the lines of like lieutenant, sergeant, but I guess, it makes sense, I guess. So, okay. Let's do that. Just try to bluff. I mean, he knows this. Oh, okay. What are you, is he gonna, I don't think he's gonna call this bluff. And even if he does, my general can cover that, so that's fine. This major's moved. I wouldn't be surprised if he moved next to it with his major. I think this is pretty likely to be a good piece. I would be a bit surprised if he went down and he's going to decide against it. He knows this captain. I know he does sometimes forget pieces, so he, probably remembers it, but as time goes on, he, might not. Okay, I was going to say this major is, like, not known. This also moved away from my colonel, so I know it's not, like, all that good, but I'm going to see what he tries to, like, defend. Okay. That was odd. So is this a good piece? Is that what he's trying to, or like this one? Because I know it's not this one, because I already moved a kernel next to this earlier. Interesting. Okay. So that seems to tell me that he's got a good piece sitting here or something. That honestly really makes me want to chase after this major and try to like kill this major. But that's really risky to do, honestly. I guess you also got to consider if this is a good piece, he probably leaves the major there and moves this. Of course, I know that's a lieutenant as well. I really just want to chase after this because I really think this is a good piece here. I could be like totally off on that, but I don't know. I mean, I'm already down a lieutenant, but I don't know. That's quite a risk. I'm almost wanting to take it though. It's a deficit I may or may not be able to make back up. If this game was played a couple years ago, I would be very confident in my ability to make that deficit up, but I'm not so sure now. I think I'm gonna go for it though. I don't know. I feel like this is a good piece here. And I could be totally wrong. This could be nothing. And this could just be like a scout or a sergeant. He's just like wasting it. But I'm going to move here. See what he does. I guess him waiting probably tells me he's not taking it. With, like, a good piece. Okay. This is another risk here. This one I feel a little bit more secure about, but I'm going to go for it. Okay. That's general there. That's a good play. That's fair. So general there, I expected this to be like more risky than that, but both of those were risky, but I figured, if that worked out, I was just gonna go for it. But that's good by him. So we've got colonel and lieutenant that we're down. We know major here, general. I don't imagine this is the marshal, so I don't think this is a good piece. That probably means this is like a garbage, probably like a sergeant. Something like that. This is a lieutenant. I would love to get this lieutenant back so much, because that would mean I'm not even down any pieces anymore. Okay, let's see. I would love for him to just like hit me. I'm going to move this scout up as a bluff. Okay, well that works. I'll take that. So I'm not down my lieutenant anymore, so I'm very happy for that. I would be surprised if he calls this bluff here of the scout. I just think that's a bit risky. I don't think he will. Here's his colonel. Okay. So here's the colonel. We know this sergeant as well. I scouted that early game. I haven't done anything with it since. I'm no longer down the lieutenant, so I feel pretty good about my chances, actually. Only being down one piece is good news as far as I'm concerned. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and move there. And he doesn't know this major either, even though it has moved. So I'm going to leave that there. And it might be a major, actually, because I don't have any more colonels, so it makes sense to do that. So I'll just leave that there. Okay, so I know major, I know general. He knows major, and he knows captain. And that's all he knows. So I've got a bit of an info advantage, and of course I am down that colonel. I wonder if, I don't know if that makes sense to be the spy, having a lieutenant sitting there. Might just be like a bomb or a nothing. I don't know. I was just thinking the way he just sat those pieces there when my colonel came in. And it was really weird. He like moved his major over, and then he moved it back, like as if he was giving my colonel access to like be able to chase and to like, you know, double threaten or like fork or whatever you want to call it, all these pieces. But I'm just going to let that be. I don't, if I push with the scout, he's just going to sit next to his spy, which is like probably here, and then he'll just hit with like that sergeant, and then like, you know, too bad. So I'm just going to keep that. What do I want to do though? This captain is known. I'm gonna just probably pull it over. I feel safe on this left side because I know his pieces. It's like I know what he might come down with. I'm just gonna leave that there. It could be the marshal, the only thing I lose to, but I'm just gonna sit it there. I mean, ironically, if that was his marshal, it would mirror his general placement. Honestly, I wouldn't be shocked if that was the marshal. I don't think it is. I'm just gonna put that there though. Okay, well it's not, but that's okay. Minor. I figure, you know, he might be trying to be risky or something. I don't really know. Alright, hopefully he believes this, because that's kind of a disaster if he doesn't. Okay, I'll hit. Sergeant. Okay, that's fine. Oh, I'm probably gonna lose a captain here, aren't I? Whatever. Okay, I'll lose it. That's fine. Oh, somehow not. Okay, let's take again. Lieutenant? Good, good. Okay, what are you? Captain. Okay, well that's kind of annoying, but whatever. I can't do anything about that. So I'm down that captain, along with the colonel, so I'm back down to being 2 pieces, which isn't amazing. Alright, I think I need to do that. I think I need to do that. He's probably going to retreat, so he'll probably play safe. That's probably what he should do right now. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, I'm going to move over, and I don't trust this piece, so I need to bring this minor out. I know captain, and you know what? I knew that major. Yeah, that was stupid. Okay, I knew that major. At least I got a lieutenant for it. Let's do that. Okay, I guess I'll do that. I know captain, I know major, general, of course, colonel. So I guess he knows 2 majors now. Having to reveal that major to only the minor is a bit annoying, but whatever. Is that really a garbage piece? I'm gonna bring captain over. I'm gonna hit with minor, and if it's like a sergeant, then I'm gonna kill it. Oh, scout. Okay. And I didn't really expect that, but I guess it makes a little bit of sense. I'll do that. Forfeit trade, I guess, or not. Okay. I'm currently down a captain. I would have a hard time believing this to be his marshal. He knows this is a major, though. So one of 2 things. This is his marshal, or he's bluffing. But in this situation, I'm down a captain, so of course I'm going to give up the major to not be down a captain and get info if I need to. I cannot believe that's his marshal, though. If it was, he surely would have taken my colonel. Yeah, okay, good. So I'm no longer down that captain, which, again, I'm only concerned about being down 2 pieces. And even still, I can potentially claw back being down 2 pieces because he doesn't really have any info on me. And I know his general colonel, no, granted, I don't have a colonel, but he only knows this major and this captain, which he might have forgotten. He either was trying to give me a bluff there where it wasn't believable, or he forgot the major in that pretty short time span. So I don't really know which one it is, but I'm definitely suspecting this to be the marshal by now. He did leave it just kind of sitting there for a little while, so I'm not really sure. Like, open, because he brought his colonel back here. What is this? That's that garbage piece that was sitting here. I don't think that's anything good. And since I know his colonel, my majors are pretty powerful. I might bring one toward the center if he starts to advance something. Okay, like that. Like, I gotta be careful about that, because I don't... Let me do that. I don't know what this is. It could be like a bomb, honestly. I gotta be careful about, like, these pieces here. Okay, I'm just gonna sit that there. I don't know what to think about this piece. I mean, it's either the marshal or, like, you know, not the marshal, but I don't know what to think about it, honestly. He could go wrong here with his general if he believes this to be the marshal too much, because, you know, the real marshal's here, and it has moved. He probably doesn't remember that. It started here, and then I moved it over. Interesting. Okay, I'm not really sure what to do here. I think this is a garbage piece here. That's what I'm thinking. Let's do that. Hopefully it's not a major. That'd be sad. That'd be potentially manageable, but still sad. Okay. Let me do that. Let me do that. He'll probably move over. I'll move captain over. Okay. Let me do this. Do that. Oh, he might move down. But that's okay, because I can bluff this and move this down, and if he takes captain, I got marshal. I am in a tough position here, though. Because he could have his spy. I don't know if his spy would be over here, though. He was super content to just let my scout potentially threaten his gen. Wow. That's an incredible play. I don't know what he did that based on. That is very impressive. Okay, I don't know what he did that based on. That's... I mean, he can't afford to lose general there, so that's pretty crazy. Maybe he thinks this is Marsh, I guess? I don't know. This is a garbage piece right here. So I'm going to take with captain. Or I guess it could be spy. I'm not really sure. It might be spy. I don't know. I don't... If this is his marshal, this is game over. But based on the way he played that, I don't think it's his marshal. If it is, that's just kind of insane. Let me do that. I want to try to get both of these pieces here. Let me do that, just to keep it trapped by the lake. Major! Oh, thank God. Okay. That's huge. I needed that really bad. Okay, wow. That's fantastic news for me. Okay, well, I know that's not your marshal, so I can chase you. This is the garbage piece that refused to take my colonel. So we're gonna trade here, I think. And I know this colonel. Okay, I'm really happy I got that major back. I went in severe danger of losing to, like, I'm okay right now, I think. For now. I'm still not favored, or not at all heavily. I'm down a scout, down a colonel. I'm up lieutenant, I'm up sergeant. He played very well with that general in the center. Off what it was, I have no idea, but that was an excellent hit, excellent read. I guess he thought that general was my marshal, which it's not, as you can, as you can see. That was just quite something else, I gotta say. Okay. What is that? This here. I don't think this is not marsh, surely. He's gonna scout that, that's whatever. That's marsh, that's insane. Surely not. I mean, he ran away from my, like, general. Yeah, no. This is a piece I thought was garbage for a while. It came from here. It could be spy. Could be spy. Or just a test garbage piece, like a minor. Okay, that's what I thought. I don't know why... Well, he knows that captain, I guess. I was gonna say, I don't know why he doesn't move down and test that. Anyway, okay, that's fine. I'm fine with that. This spy, it might be an obvious spy, but he's used his last scout, so I'm gonna be aggressive with it. Plus, I don't really have any other piece I've portrayed as marshal to this point, so... Alright, we gotta figure out what we're doing here. Is this his marshal? I feel like it's gotta be his marshal. Like, he's, like, moved so many pieces that, like, how is that not his marshal, honestly? Okay, well, he's got his colonel here. I feel like that's gotta be his marshal. I just, like, I don't see any other piece doing it right now for me. Okay. If he calls that spy bluff, that's just, again, like, actually, you know what? That spy had to run away from his general. That's actually, like, a terrible bluff against someone who has a memory. That spy literally ran away from his general. He took the major and the scout and the spy were guarding it. Oh, man. Okay, I had better be in a position where if he calls that bluff, I'm not in, like, I'm not going to lose anything. Is he going to try to tell me this is marshal? Surely there's no way he puts a marshal here. That's crazy. Yeah, my problem right now is, like, I don't have a read on his marshal, and, like, I can't afford to be wrong about it either. Like, I guess I could waste a minor, but, like, I don't really want to do that. Let me move this sergeant up just in case. Okay, that's super sus that he, like, moved down on that bomb. He could take that captain, honestly. Imagine that's a minor. That'd be so sick. Oh, Lord. Okay. Oh, okay, okay. We take that. That's fine. Got a major. And this is the colonel gonna double threaten, and I can guard. That's fine. Okay. I'm giving up, like, my info advantage. So I'm now down. I'm down the colonel. I'm up a major, up a lieutenant. I did lose a minor, or a sergeant, rather, but I'm up a minor still. I know this is garbage. I don't... Whatever. He shoulda... You know what? He probably don't remember that captain. He probably doesn't remember what it is or that it moved, but that would have been, like, really good to hit with captain there. Or hit the captain with his major. Getting that major was fine, but I am by no means, like, favored right now. I mean, I'm up 3 pieces to his colonel, but, like, we have a long way to go before I can actually use that advantage. Trading captains would help, because it would make this major expendable, because I have the next piece up an advantage in. Okay, I'm inclined to hit that with my major. Oh my goodness, you cannot do that. Oh man, you cannot you cannot bluff a captain against my major like that. That is not. Oh, okay, he forgot it. Oh dang, that's rough. Okay, I was gonna say you can. Maybe he thought the spy was the major. I don't know, but you cannot. I mean, he forgot it, I guess. But yeah, you cannot bluff a major against my cap. Or yeah, you cannot try to put a captain against my major. I'm gonna call that every time. I don't see Marshall being here if your general's here. It's gotta be here. I'm thinking. I know that's your garbage piece. I'm not worried about this right here. Actually, I'll hit that with captain right here. This one. I mean, you just can't do that. I guess he forgot it, so it makes sense. This has got to be the marshal, though. The only thing I'm like that makes me uncertain about that is like his general location was pretty tricky. I guess that's probably a spy, but I don't know. This is nothing good. I can hit this if I want. Let's do that. Okay. Just move up a minor. Try to hit this. Threaten him. See what he does. I'm gonna insta hit this. Okay, whatever. Okay, whatever. Here comes the marshal. Oh, easy. Yeah, that's too obvious at this point. That's gonna seal the game, I think. He's just got his colonel left, and I can take care of business against that because I'm up captain, major. He's probably gonna lotto, which is fine. All he's gonna do is get the sergeant or lieutenant, and I'll take. Okay. Yeah, that's gonna be it. That marshal just got to be too obvious. I mean, especially the moment that he waited to move it. I don't know. Like, he was digging so many pieces over here that nothing else was really sticking out as, like, potential marshal to me. Anyway, that's gonna be a good game, though. Honestly, he played a really good game, and it looks like him losing that captain, I don't want to say, like, sealed the game, but, like, him losing that captain took me from, like, 60% winning to, like, 90% winning, because now I'm up 3 straight pieces, and my lieutenants are now invincible. So, like, I can test him against any potential marshal. That spot makes sense, by the way, next to general that spawned here. That's why I went for it. I guess I should probably be going for the flag with my minor, but it's fine. But, you know, memory, like, he played very well. So, like, that memory error with his to lose his captain was unfortunate. I thought it was a bluff, actually, but he played a very solid game. I was not confident that I was going to win that game for much of it, especially anytime I was down 2 pieces. So, he played a very good game to keep it so close, and it's unfortunate about his memory error, and forgetting that led him to, you know, have to be more desperate than he would have been otherwise and to lose the marshal in the way he did, because it was a bit obvious at that point, in my opinion. But he played a very good game. I feel like he was probably, in my opinion, seemed pretty focused, pretty methodical, and he had me like on my heels for a little while. So I'm impressed by that. But definitely a good game, hard fought victory for me, and well done by him. And thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.